Peace to the gods and earths. Today's date, June 24th, 2026. Making today's mathematics, wisdom, culture, freedom, or being born to equality. We always got to get the math right before we light up the trees. You know what I'm saying? Now, Villainous Gorilla is 95% done. I just got like 3 more songs left. Pardon me. Yeah. No. 2 songs to finish. I got 1 song left, so I'm about 99.9% done with this 5th album of mine. And the Gorilla House album, APE, fully produced by Pharrell G. We went through a lot of ups and downs putting this album together. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The first 3 albums, we had no problem putting our shit together. Even when the crew, even when the guards stepped back, we had to redo the 3rd album. We still prospered and came out the right way. You know what I mean? It's easy, I'm gonna say this, working for the 4th Gorilla House album with Pharrell, it's different when it's just you the rapper, he the rapper, and the equipment is in the crib and y'all just choosing beats. Y'all able to get tons of work done that way. You know what I mean? I reverted back to fucking cats. I reverted back to, for the 5th album, I reverted back to working under like how I did the first 4 albums. Equipment right in front of me. Excuse me. Shit ton of beats playing, and then I find the one that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? With Pharrell G, working with him, when he produce it, you gotta record on it. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't record on it, shit ain't gonna, it ain't gonna make sense. Like, you won't let that go to somebody else when you could have put that work in on that. It's kind of crazy. So anything that Pharrell produced for us, we literally put pen to page. Well, I just jumped in the fucking booth, cooked up a verse in my head, jumped in the booth and knocked it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Now, with the 4th album, we got Queen of Days on there. I believe M Dog. Yeah, we got M Dog on the album. Shout out to M Dog. I think Cold Coda's on my. I think Cold Coda's on the 4th album too. I'm not sure. I gotta check that with Pharrell and SAV on that one. Damn cat. Coda's on my 5th album, Villainous Gorilla. You know what I mean? I was there when he put his verse together in Pharrell's studio. Once I get Cole on that one, that record's done. So on the 5th album, we have Cold Coda, Going Guard, The Pirates, Dr. Doob, and Angel Mercedes. And SAV's guest starred half the album. And my man Core is on the 5th album. Who else was on the 5th album? Got a lot of people on the 5th album. Fifth album, shit. We got Automatic from Sons of Men on the album. We got Fliz on the album. An artist named Fliz is on the album, y'all. One of the greatest MCs that ever blessed it. But I shared the stage with him not too long ago. He's a very great brother. Right now, I got one particular record that needs to get sent back. Calls on there. Uh, After Coda send me that, I'm gonna call Coda, tell him yo, send the vote, send the joint so I can send it out to core, and then he can get his verse off on that, and then bang, everything done, crispy. This fifth album right here, Villainous Gorilla. I worked very hard for the past 2 years on this album. I've been working on this album since I dropped Ghetto Influential. You know what I mean? Since I dropped my fourth album, I've been working non-stop on this album. Even through remaking the third Gorilla House album and putting together this album with Pharrell and SAV, I still managed to get this album done. You know what I'm saying? And we stopped working on the fourth Gorilla House album out of nowhere, and I was just like, yo, I got all this time on my hands. I can get the fifth album done. So the fifth album is done. You know, I just got like one or two more records left. And, you know, I got to do intro, outro, put two interludes on there, skits, whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? Talk some shit on the album. And, album done. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Just try to get these songs back. So that way I can start album number 6, The Old World. And The Old World, I picked that album title because like my mom's is not alive no more. My grandmother's not alive no more. And these are two very uh these are two very important people to me in my life, you know what I'm saying? And they no longer here with me. You know what I'm saying? My mom's passed after Ghetto Influential came out. And I don't know, she passed after the re-releasing of Ghetto Influential. And then my grandmother passed April 10th this year. You know what I mean? And you know, just all the other bullshit that's along in the world with the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand how, you know what I'm saying, this is the new world we living in. You know what I'm saying? I come from the old world. You know what I mean? So just gonna display a couple of things. Like the old world is gonna be a testimony of what life was like before, you know what I mean? I was doing this hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that these past 5 albums that I've been rocking, even with the two EPs that I put out, these past 7 projects that I did by myself definitely elevated the God in so many motherfucking ways. And that way I'm ready to give y'all album number 6, The Old World. And with this particular album, I'm going to be speaking a lot of real life shit, but majority of it is going to be a lot of past tense. You know what I mean? Like, since 2019, 2020, I've been out the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I've been out the streets for a long fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, I was taking the job shit serious because I recognized that was where the money was. Because before that, I had another job and I was still in the streets. I was selling crayons. I was still robbing niggas and all of that shit. I was booking niggas at the job and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we on a new living and we on a new life for a new decade. And you know what I'm saying? I left all that other shit in the last decade, man. I don't remember whooping a nigga ass since like 2020 or 2021, something like that. You know what I mean? So I ain't whoop a nigga ass, pistol whip a nigga, stab a nigga, shoot a nigga, nothing in about like almost 8 years now. You know what I'm saying? So all of the shit that I speak about is before the years 2020 or 2019. You know what I'm saying? So we're speaking past tense on this album. You know what I mean? And this is the album, like this particular album right here is going to be like elevated upon so many levels because we've taken it there and now we've got to take it to another level. And I'm gonna say this as well. Villainous Gorilla wouldn't be what it was if SAV wasn't guest starred all throughout the album. And this is something that I planned since we started Gorilla House, because I was supposed to do an album guest starring Sav, Big 513, and Murder, and individual projects as you know what I mean. And they wasn't gonna be back to back. They was gonna be spaced out like uh, after this album, an album or two, and then Big 513 guest star, an album or two, and Murder's guest star. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the outcome of Gorilla House is very different today with just two members, and you know what I was doing before Gorilla House will still continue because that's what I brought to the table. I'm doing solo work. SAV, he handle features and he do social media shit. You know what I mean? Uh, I really don't do much social media shit. I really don't. Even though a lot of people tell me, "Yo, son, you should do more social media shit." I really don't, bro. I really don't. I don't do all that social media shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas that on social media they do the social media shit and go back and forth. And I don't go back and forth with niggas. I smack fire out of niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's my word to mother. But yeah, one or two more songs. And Villainous Gorilla drops next month. All stream platforms. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be a hell of a time this year. It's the first album I dropped in the summer. You know what I'm saying? And 2 years ago, I picked the time frame of July, and the album's done. And it seems like any album that I do, I set a time frame for myself and get the album done before that time frame. With Gorilla House, we just happen to get the albums done because we just working. You know what I mean? With the Gorilla House shit, we don't set album dates or we don't set time frames and shit like that for the album to get done. We just do the album. This particular album is taking so long to get done because we're working with someone for this particular album. After that, we're gonna get back to the regular scheduled programming of what Gorilla House is and what Gorilla House was and what Gorilla House always will be. You know what I'm saying? J.O.E. SAV, 513 Murder. I do want to say this before I get up out of here though. I don't know how we gonna do it, but we're gonna try to give y'all one more album. J.O.E. 513, SAV, and Murder. We're gonna try to do it one more time. But please believe this will be the longest Gorilla House album you motherfuckers will ever wait for. Cause if you wanna hear all four of us again, I gotta tell 513 and Murder to come back to the studio and come back to the stage, man. Cause it's that real. They Gorilla House niggas too, man. Know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all niggas don't want to just see the SAV and J.O.E. and y'all hear the first two albums, you hear two other Gorilla House members. And even when you hear the third album, you hear the other two Gorilla House members on there too. You know what I'm saying? And then on the Feed the Streets, you're hearing 513 go crazy. And you know that's the last 513 being with us. You know what I'm saying? So either way, them records was gonna drop. You know what I mean? And you know, they wasn't just gonna sit around and collect dust. It's a fact. But yeah, man, we're gonna try to give y'all one more album. J.O.E. 513 SAV Murder. We're gonna try to do it one more time. And then we're gonna branch off into something else. I need my brothers to come back outside for one more go round. And they ain't even got to do all the damn shows that we do. We just gonna have one big show. You know what I mean? When Beast on the Rise came out, there was all four of us on stage, and you know what I mean. That night was the best show that we ever had, and I still consider that one of the best shows. All four of us was on that fucking stage. It was a powerful moment for me right there. It was a powerful moment for all four of us right there. You know what I'm saying? So, pick up my brothers 513 and Murder. You know what I'm saying? They very influential to this Gorilla House shit, and it can't happen without them. Y'all already know that. You can't say Gorilla House is just J.O.E and 513, J.O.E and SAV. You know what I'm saying? Shadow still do solo music, so he still shouts out Gorilla House. It's Gorilla House, nigga. You know what I mean? Alright, man. It's been a minute since I spoke to y'all. You know, I speak to y'all in a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Gonna get called on these last two joints. I mean, I'm gonna get called on this last joint that I need him to get on. And then the other joint that I need, I'm gonna have somebody body that. Shout out to Core. This nigga said, before I go, shout out to Core. This nigga said to me one time, he was like, yo, did you complete the mission? I was like, yeah, I turned it from WAVE to MP3. I just gotta find two people to, you know, give me 16 bars for that. And then he said, yo, dude, I see why it's taking so long. You gotta stop going first and have niggas trying to fucking go after that shit you be spitting. I was like, hey man, I just try to set the tone, you know what I'm saying? We coming through rough, we coming through raw, we coming through strong, you know what I'm saying? Oh man. I will say it's been one hell of a 17 years doing this shit. I mean 16 years doing this shit. Next year it'll be 17 years. 16 years on record, 10 years on stage. This shit is the shit. You know what I mean? I love doing this shit. Big up to everybody that been rocking me for the past 16 years, and big up to the people that been rocking with Gorilla House since 2022. I mean, since the first album dropped 2023. Thank y'all for rocking with us since 2023. We formed in 2022, and then had a whole bunch of shit going on. Y'all niggas know. Go see the video. Yeah, I talked about it already. I'm not mentioning his name again. Yeah, that's how we do. APE, almost done. Pulling this Gorilla. Just got to get one more song done, and then that's it. Drop that motherfucker. And y'all niggas be smooth. Go get all the albums. Can't go get all the albums. Right now, we are currently trying to put every single album on DistroKid, out through DistroKid again, because when I was releasing shit through them, I ain't had no problem. So everything's going back up through DistroKid, stream platforms, and all that shit. So, I mean, everybody stay tuned, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and love is love. J.O.E signing off.